When you look at the world around you, you may think poverty is about money, about not having enough, about empty wallets and unpaid bills, but the truth is far deeper than that. Poverty begins in the mind long before it ever shows up in your circumstances. The way you think, the way you see yourself, and the way you respond to challenges are the foundation of every financial condition you find yourself in today. If your mind is conditioned to scarcity, if your thoughts are constantly tuned to lack, then no matter how much money comes into your hands, it will soon disappear and you will find yourself back at the same place, wondering why nothing seems to change. This is why so many people who win the lottery end up broke again after a few years, because the poverty in their mind is still operating, silently pulling them back to the level where they believe they belong. If you believe you are destined to struggle, your actions will always reflect that belief. You will hesitate to take bold steps, you will avoid risks that could lead to growth, and you will constantly sabotage your own opportunities without even realizing it. The poor mindset is not about how much you have, it's about how you perceive what you have and what you believe you deserve. If you wake up every day thinking the world is unfair, that rich people are lucky, that success is for others but not for you, then your thoughts are planting seeds that grow into your reality. Your bank account is nothing but a reflection of your mental account. If your mental account is filled with self-doubt, fear, envy, and disbelief, your physical account will mirror that emptiness. What most people don't realize is that the brain is a powerful transmitter, constantly broadcasting the frequency of your dominant thoughts. When you keep focusing on what you don't have, you create more of it. When you think in terms of limitation, your actions are limited. A person who thinks rich will look at the same opportunity and see possibilities, while a person who thinks poor will look at the same opportunity and see danger. One walks forward with confidence, the other steps back with hesitation. This is the reason why some individuals with fewer resources climb to extraordinary heights, while others with more resources remain stuck in the same cycle of mediocrity. The difference is not in opportunity but in mindset. Think about this. Poverty doesn't start with the lack of money, it starts with the lack of vision. If you cannot imagine yourself living in abundance, if you cannot see yourself worthy of wealth, then even if opportunities come to you, you will reject them because they don't match the image you hold of yourself. The mind cannot hold two conflicting images at the same time. If deep inside you see yourself as poor, you will unconsciously behave in ways that maintain that identity. You will overspend when you should save. You will settle for less when you should demand more. You will give up when you should persist. That is why the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer, because the inner self-image is stronger than any external circumstance. Many people think their problem is the economy, the government, or the family they were born into, but the truth is, your biggest problem is your thinking. Two people can be born into the same conditions, face the same challenges, and yet one rises to success while the other stays trapped in struggle. Why? Because one person chooses to think differently. One chooses to believe that the mind is the factory of wealth, while the other accepts the lie that circumstances control destiny. When you begin to see that your financial reality is not fixed, when you understand that your thoughts are the true architects of your wealth, everything changes. Negative thoughts are like weeds. If you don't consciously uproot them, they will take over the entire garden of your mind. And just like a garden, your mind produces what you plant. If you plant ideas of lack, fear, and limitation, you cannot expect to harvest abundance, joy, and prosperity. The poor mindset always focuses on survival, on just getting by, on holding on to what little it has. The rich mindset focuses on growth, on expansion, on creating more value for others. The difference is in what you choose to think about every single day. If you wake up worried about bills, if you end your day thinking about what you don't have, you are feeding the poverty cycle. If you instead begin to focus on opportunities, on gratitude for what you already have, on the vision of where you want to go, you shift the frequency of your mind from scarcity to abundance. This shift is not automatic. It requires awareness and deliberate effort. You must begin to watch your thoughts, to question them, to ask yourself, is this thought keeping me poor or making me rich? Every time you say, I can't afford this, you are reinforcing a belief in lack. Every time you say, I will find a way, you are programming your mind to see possibilities. Your words shape your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. This is why successful people guard their thoughts and words so carefully, because they understand that poverty and wealth are not external conditions, but internal decisions. If you want to escape poverty, you must first escape the mental prison of poverty thinking. That means letting go of envy, because envy tells your mind that someone else's success means your failure. It means letting go of excuses, because excuses only justify staying where you are. It means letting go of fear, because fear paralyzes action, and without action, nothing changes. The chains of poverty are invisible, but they are strong, and they are forged by the thoughts you repeat day after day. The good news is those chains can be broken the moment you decide to think differently. You don't need to wait for the world to change. You don't need to wait for more money to come in. You don't need to wait for someone to rescue you. What you need is to take command of your mind, because once the mind is free from poverty, the body and circumstances will follow. The wealthy live in the same world as the poor, but they live in a different mental world. They see possibilities where others see problems. They see abundance where others see lack, and they keep their focus on growth while others focus on survival. This is the only true difference, and it all begins in the unseen world of thought.